G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Yo, Joe!
Follow that sucker, Deep Six. Shark the Joe headquarters. They took the bait.
Don't get flustered, son. We're all Joes here.
Let them come. Let them come!
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Gurn.
Bing bong.
I love that shit. Gurn. Fucking
Yeah.
takes me back to fucking 7 years old every time. Gurn. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Smokin Joe's.
What's
1
up,
week
everybody?
away from a full year of this crazy shenanigans. Fucking
That's next week, right?
yeah.
Wow. You got to do something special, like show up on time or some shit. I don't know.
Hit the live button right when we're supposed to.
Yeah.
Gun Buddy, what's up?
What up, GB? Endo,
Yeah.
Ultra, Tristan,
Mudhorn.
Lady
Phenomena.
Virgo, Mudhorn in the crib. What up, everybody? Appreciate that.
Yep. And
Vir-
I want everybody in the chat to watch your shit because Virgo is on top of it and
Yeah.
she will ban you right the fuck up out of here. That's how it works.
Okay. Does that qualify for the host too? Can I get banned? Am I in danger?
If we get in the
I
chat,
can't argue if she bans me. That's
Right.
an uphill battle I want no part of.
if we get in the chat, she might be able to ban us out of there. But I think we're good on stage. Like, yep.
I just pre-banned myself right there. What up, War Chest?
Rough shot, War Chest. Dan,
Fun chilling with
what
you
is
and
up,
Pop
brother?
yesterday, man.
Cran.
Hendo,
fucking great show yesterday, brother.
yeah, man.
I had a
I
blast.
said very smart brother. So I'm always
Yep,
for
yep.
putting the shine on some smart people.
Yeah, we are bringing him back for Check It Out on Monday. So that's how well that shit went. Fuck it.
Yeah, you're
Gravy
banned
is
if it's
the
not the Cobra Wolf. If you don't think the Cobra Wolf is coming for the HasLab, you're banned.
Cool,
What up,
Ray?
Ray?
What is up, my man?
I was
Anytime,
thinking of him
careful.
today too. I almost did a giveaway, but I'll save it for next week.
There
We're
it
gonna do
is.
a giveaway, so you got to get the tool. So tell your friends.
should we do a giveaway? Because I still haven't given away the last stuff I was supposed to give away.
Well, I'm doing a giveaway, so
We'll let Woody fucking do the giveaway.
yeah, I'm doing a giveaway. So.
I'm not gonna hold him to it, but the pre-roll crew is supposed to come through and hang out with us. So
Oh, beautiful.
if they do, Fox knows how to do that spin and wheel thing. So
Nice. Yep.
band off your Joe show. It's like getting fired from, dude. I've been
Come
fired.
on, Craig.
I've quit on my day off before. So
Come on, Craig. Tuck your shit. Tuck your shit. Here come Debo.
what you got on my 40?
I got some
Free
some
shit.
poison today. They're right here, so I'll show them off. Just a couple.
Hey, now we're talking. Ooh,
I just sold my whole collection, but I'm keeping the movie
Ooh.
shit, so I had to grab this. Love me some Jokers. So this is the super deluxe one.
Perfect.
You can't tell because of the glare, but the rocket launcher looks like a banana. Like it's so bent. It's reminding me of a classified weapon.
It ain't half as bent as this guy's fucking.
No,
RPG.
it's probably the same rocket launcher though. Or
No, I hate to say it, but this figure is growing on me daily. It's better than I cried about when I first got him.
what up, Jet Man? Yeah, I got
Jetman.
this guy too without the coat. So I got to buy a coat because I figured it'd be cheaper to buy this guy and get a coat than it is to buy the coated one right now because that shit's up there. They got a coat on Amazon I saw for like $21.99 or something with the fur and shit. So I'll grab that. We yeet off the top. What is that? That's too hood for even me. What is it? I never got what a yeet is. I don't. It sounds like a fucking fucked up vegetable that people want to eat or some shit. It's like a yam and a beet mixed together and making a yeet.
Wrestling guy thing, I think. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the more I fuck with that Special Forces figure, the more I do dig it.
Oh yeah, it looks cool, but $43 is tough, man. I gotta
it's-
make a stand some places.
Yeah, it was $43, and every time I looked at it, I was like, man, I'm gonna see this bitch at fucking Ross.
Yeah. Yep.
And it just sucked all the fun out of it. That's all.
Yeah, no, but hey, you got to take some losses like that. If don't keep you honest, if you don't,
Yeah,
you can't win every time.
especially over here. Fuck.
Winning don't build character. Losing does.
I got a lot of character.
Hey, man, I feel you on that as well. Oh, hopefully it fits, Cran. Did you see that one on there? I hope it does fit, actually, now that you think about it.
Oh shit.
And I bet you the coat's probably made for a fucking 1/12 too. This is like 1/7 or some shit, isn't it? This thing, 1/10, I think they call that scale.
Graybeard's on the move.
Cookies.
Yeah. WrestleMania weekend. Fucking. I look forward to the Hall of Fame inductions. Like I love that shit. I think it's great. But
Oh, is that a whole weekend? It's a whole
well,
weekend.
WrestleMania is like today and tomorrow. The main event's tomorrow, I guess.
Okay.
Fucking the Uso dude fucking beat the shit out of some guy on some podcast for being a dick to him. Fuck, I thought that was pretty neat. But Stephanie McMahon, of course, she's in the Hall of Fame. Like, of course, her last name's McMahon.
She probably did. Her family built the shit, so she can just throw her shit in there.
Out of like an hour-long show, she took 40 minutes talking about herself. Nobody had the stones to say.
Yeah, she's the
nobody
fucking
got
owner.
the hook out.
Yeah. They had Dennis Rodman up in there too. Yikes.
Yeah, I guess he was mumbling a lot. Fucking, but fucking, he thanked the WWE when it was WCW that got him in there.
Yeah, you gotta hope you can understand him between nips.
There it was. Jey Uso whooped Cameron's ass on his own show. That was
Cameron the rapper. Damn.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Like one good, and dude was out. Fucking just.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm sure there was a whole
nobody's
lot
standing up to a wrestler getting hit full fucking force. You're out, unless you're used to it.
There it is. I stopped WrestleMania when the streak ended. Believe it.
Okay.
Then the Undertaker finally lost. But yeah, we'll Let's get
Well, he
off the
should lose.
wrestling.
He's fucking probably 68, isn't he?
Yeah,
He was
dude.
still wrestling, first of all? That's crazy.
I saw him at a restaurant down in Ponce Inlet. Dude was on crutches. Didn't look like he could fucking move at all. But they gave him a shot in the ass.
Yeah, I
or
was going to
something.
say, it's amazing what a magic shot will do for you.
Right? Fucking A.
Where's that shot? I need that shit sometimes.
Man, I'm not allowed. Sucks.
Uh,
Snape, what
Nate,
up?
what up, man? Thanks for popping in yesterday.
I want to say it's a work, but who knows, man?
What does that mean? The wrestling thing? Like, was it
yeah.
fake or real?
Right.
Yeah.
It could have went either way. Fucking.
Cameron
Brock
do got a
Lesnar.
mouth on him, though, so it probably has more chance of being real than it don't, I think.
Dude, yeah, he was just like, every time it started to cool out, fucking Cameron was like, fuck you. Fucking.
Mhm.
You're
He
a
has
piece
that.
of shit.
He has that superpower to get under people's skin.
He did well. But we
You
got
don't
a
know
couple
him,
new,
yeah. He's like that. So
we got a couple new faces in the Action Figure Hall of Fame here.
nice. DS,
G.I.
right?
Jetman.
Oh, that's Jetman. All right.
Yeah, Captain Gridiron. Fucking A. And then we got fucking Ed Too Tall Jones over here, 6'10". The
This
tallest
shit had me
action
dying
figure
yesterday,
fucking-
man.
Oh, they're hard to hang.
AI
these
was
on.
like, "This is easy. I'm just gonna stretch the legs out like a motherfucker." They didn't even change the arms to match the legs.
Yeah, it's just straight up all leg, baby.
Yeah, his arms are up to his underwear line.
I do like that one at Turk. That's a good one. But this one's one of the best, I think. Fucking Triple C up in
Triple C
there.
and fucking Salvo. There we
Rusty
go.
old Dro, that weirdo.
That weirdo.
We talked about this yesterday. Fucking Matt LaCroix.
Hmm.
Hopefully he'll have these tomorrow. But he's going to have this at Joe Fest. And this
He already has an exclusive for tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, you're going to get it. That's for sure. So, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, fucking 3 3/4. I'll take that all day.
It'll look great hanging on the wall. For real.
Yep. Hopefully it's not baggied out. I don't need no baggy exclusive. He don't do that, right?
God, I hope not.
Oh,
Hopefully
okay. I mean, if it is, whatever, but.
Right. Well, for that price, it needs to be on a card.
But
That's
I get
all.
that goes into the small artist type shit, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers like that are really doing this to feed their family type shit. So
Yeah.
so I always try to visit Artist Row at least once per con I go to because that motherfuckers are struggling. A sale could make their fucking day. So
You hadn't seen that yet, 610? I thought I'll send it to you so you have it.
yeah, that was the easiest AI ever did right there.
Oh my God, Bobby fucking just is killing it with this stuff for us.
Now, what is that thing on the chin though? Is that a little hair piece under the chin? Is that one of those things?
It's just like war
Black paint?
the football fucking
Oh,
under
okay.
the eye and just
Yeah. Why do you need it on your chin like that? That's weird. But
fucking trouser snake. I don't know. It was fumbles. It was always fumbles.
Yep.
But I'm
No, and I was saying yesterday too that the forearm change is like a dope idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the Cobra bats. That would have been the best way to change 3 3/4, and somebody finally figured it out. So good for them.
As much as I like the wrist turning on these guys, to actually get the forearm to come out and change it, I mean it's going to do the same thing. On a 3 3/4 figure. You're good.
It's still got the same fucking giant gun syndrome, but that's like uncurable, I believe. So
right.
Because if you make them too small, then you can't fucking tell, and I'm sure it makes them a little more brittle and all that shit. So
right. Well,
I get it. It's just part of the line.
The AR or whatever it is, that looks like
it looks okay.
But they gave him that super fucking sniper rifle because how else are you going to kill every single Joe out there
with one bullet? Just get them all to stand in a line.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah.
Like it's the welfare cheese line back in the day. Everybody's in a line for some powdered milk and cheese, and you just boom, save a bullet, save money.
It's his 90 grunge goatee. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I I know
So
what we
bad.
call them here, but I'm not going to say it on air because it's pretty bad.
Oh, I didn't have it lined up.
Hey,
Shit.
what's your trip, man?
That's what it could be. It could be a shit streak in his chin dimple. We don't know.
Boom!
Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting this, but like
I
I've been
can't
doing
wait.
good lately. There's a lot of shit like I don't need, and I'm saving money.
Right. Well,
Sort of.
I've passed on so many things.
To get this.
So
There you
I
go.
definitely, what I've really passed on is work. So I need to get back to work, and then I can figure out what I want to buy. How about we go that way, right? Lunchbox
You gotta make it
Killer!
sound better though. Just be like, I refuse to pay taxes.
Right. Jeff, I figured you'd be all in on Knight Rider. Like, you think you know somebody.
Don't forget, he's a youngster too. Like I barely seen this and I didn't get interested by it at all, really.
Right.
I would change it
yeah.
if this was on because cool concept, but I'm not a car guy, you know what I'm saying? So
Jeff's going to Bangor, Maine. No, I don't know. But
Banger. Oh, you're gonna
going
go
to
work
Maine.
at Newport News, bro. You can get a job up at a shipyard up there if you move to Banger.
The price is gonna suck on this. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think more than 350.
Yeah, the way he does shit, I just don't see it.
But he
man,
does charge like his figures are expensive, aren't they? Because they're in such a limited run.
right?
Like those
and
cowboy figures were like $70 a piece, weren't they? Yeah, so hopefully he gives you kind of like a bundle deal discount with this and tries to keep it under 350. Because I think once you start getting over 400 with shipping, a lot of people that thought they were in are going to be out.
Yeah, because
That's a lot of people's budget for the whole fucking month.
the van was what, $100 to ship?
No, 50.
50? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
but they
that's not
charged
bad,
you
but-
50 per van. So if you had, but they saved money on the bundle because I got 3 of mine strapped together. So it couldn't have been 150 to ship it, but he charged the 150. Plus he takes the money right away too. So that's a turnoff for a lot of people. You got to pay for this up front. But it hit at a good time, man. It is tax time, so you never know.
Right. Vendor at the flea market today had a vintage red Torn light cycle. Oh, red Tron. Like I had one when I was a kid. It was the
That's
best
old
one.
shit, yeah.
He wanted $30. Oh, dude, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, the toy guys were fucking playing with you. Now you're not gonna buy shit for a month, man. Toy guys are.
Did it have the
pissed.
figure though, Liga?
No, he said no. But
Oh, no
still,
figure. Okay.
the way that thing closes up, you can't see the figure inside anyway.
Yeah, I know. BX, Tristan, you guys are all over this. This is right up your alley because you was 7 when this came out.
Yeah, I had the original one. It's fucking amazing.
When was this? 84 or some shit this came out?
Yeah.
Something like that, 83? Yeah, so
About
if
the
you
same
was
time
8,
that
if
those
you was
came
like
out.
7, 8, and 83, that shit's right up your alley. It's a cool car show, but
Crow
Crow, what up, man? This is a dope picture right here.
made me realize I need to get some fucking devilfish.
Be patient. Hasbro's coming with this.
82 for the premiere. Right on.
Oh, okay. Even earlier. Yeah,
I don't know
was
if this kit
3.
talks or not. I would say yes. 86 when they got Super Pursuit mode. That sounds about right.
Oh, yeah, because that is like a V2 in a car or something, right? I heard somebody saying that yesterday.
Yeah. I heard about you getting your 18 figures done up, brother. You're good.
Yeah. Was Mikey working on his shits the other day? Was that him or was that somebody else?
Yeah. Mikey
Okay, I thought
and
so. Tony, right?
Triple D.
Oh, Triple D. Nice. Yeah.
Yep. But we did lose Sid Croft. That sucked.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think trippy fucking kid shows in this.
Remind me again. Oh, he made all the, he made like HR Puff and stuff you said, right?
That's the guy.
Okay.
Yep. And well, we got all this fucking garbage wave coming through. So it is what it is. There's a couple winners in there, a lot of losers. A lot of people are happy about this wave because they're going to save a bunch of money.
Yep. It's just like car insurance. What up, Suda? What up, Kenzo, man? Thank you.
Kaiju, Kenzo.
Are we already AI remixing this figure?
Yeah, right. Yeah, this was a yes, it talks. Awesome. This was like an April Fool's Day thing. Fucking, they were
Okay.
saying this figure was going to come with a shirt, whatever. But
Yeah, that's a new
just seeing
pick,
that
right?
shirt on this figure makes me want it even more now. I'm like, God damn, that looks cool.
They might. Yeah, but they only did that for Star Wars, if I'm correct so far, right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, I would love to own this cell right here, like this cartoon cell.
Yeah, any of these.
I don't really do the cells like that, but certain ones, yeah, I would love it. Just an original cell.
So I saw this. So apparently the U.S. ambassador to the Soviet Union was given this giant carved seal as a gift. So he
Okay.
hung it in his office.
And what, had a camera?
It had a bug in it.
Of course it did. Come on.
You know,
This is during the Cold War type stuff.
hung in his office for 7 fucking years before they bothered to check it for a
Yeah.
fucking bug. Jesus.
Yeah, I would have been. That's one of those things you're like, oh, thank you very much. And then as soon as they leave, you
fucking burn the bitch.
Yeah, like
Jesus Christ.
you fell for the bait right there. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
He fell for the fucking Trojan horse. Hilarious. I guess, hey, if we don't learn from our mistakes, we're doomed to repeat them, i.e. that guy.
Oh my God. But we got Larry Hama coming to Joe Fest. If you didn't know that, I don't know what rock you're under, but yeah, he's going to be there. So bring your comics, bring your toys.
Yeah, I'm going to bring a couple things. I don't know what. You said he does a couple things for free, right? Like
Yep,
the first couple.
he does like the first 2 for free. And
yeah, I don't need
like
a shit ton,
$20,
but
yeah.
I got to come up with some meaningful shit to have him sign since I'm not a big autograph guy.
Right.
Yeah, Chuck, it's crazy, right? They got us divided 50-50, and they're sitting back laughing at us from the middle where we all should be.
Beware Greeks, bear gifts. Believe it. You know, it makes you wonder if they actually did know and just fucking gave them false.
Yeah, maybe they fed them the fake shit. Who knows?
But I saw this, and this was a coloring book I didn't have.
I was gonna say the coloring book, right?
Yeah, I was like, God damn, I thought I had all these motherfuckers. Nope. All right, so Woody, just bear with me. This is the AI portion of the show.
All right, I'll be over here packing my cigarettes. You go.
There you go. There you go. We got Lightfoot, which I think looks badass, especially with the robot dog. Yes, sir. AI slopped than us, son of a bitch. And then I found Fast Draw, and I was like, God damn it, we need this fucking figure. Because that shit just looks good. I'm sorry. Yeah, shout out to coloring books. Believe it. Makita, what up, dude? And then this Grand Slam. I mean, this shit looks good, man. Fucking yes, Jeff, we do. We do. We definitely do. And then this just gets you ready for this. I know you're ready for these.
I'm interested how they're gonna tie these guys in without the vehicles, or do you think they're gonna have the vehicles in the comics and just not for sale? Is that what they're gonna do?
Yeah, I just think it's gonna be just like this. And
or do you think they'd be dumb enough to do, like, not this year or the year after, but you think they'd be dumb enough to do a mask HasLab through G.I. Joe classified?
Man, I don't know if they'll do the vehicles, man.
Because let's remember now, Lenny is gone now, so they got literally the next 18 months is covered. After that, it's a fucking crapshoot. So I'm sure they're gonna be throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Because as much as people diss that dude, yeah, he only did certain things good, but he was good for the line. Yeah, his military shit wasn't the best, but it's not the worst by far. You know what I'm saying?
He reminded me a lot of Stan Lee without all the stuff behind him. He was a great promoter for the line.
Yeah,
he knew.
But he wrote the stories, didn't he, Stan? He didn't do none of the drawing at all. He couldn't draw for shit, right?
He put the words down. Most of the words were
that's
written
still
in
most important,
anyways.
bro. That's still very important. You can't have every comic book can't be a silent issue. So that's definitely important. You need to sell plot.
Right. And you go fucking Woody Stanley with no clothes.
I think we're not doomed, but I just got to see who hopefully they promote from within, because that should be the move instead of hiring some dummy.
You're the dummy.
Don't burn. That's what I hear over here. But this is a 3D printed Doom buggy, and I was like, that's pretty goddamn cool.
It looks like half asp or something.
Right.
Like the cockpit or something.
Right. It reminded me of those Dollar Tree fucking 3 3/4 inch vehicles we got a couple Christmases ago.
There's a vehicle that kind of looked like that in the early 90s, but it wasn't tan, obviously. It was, was it the Battle Wagon? That kind of had a front like that, didn't it?
Yeah, actually it did.
Something like that. I think it was off to the side, though, and there might have been a gun right on the other side.
Yeah, it had that big fucking Gatling gun.
Yeah, the Nerf gun thing, didn't it?
Yep, that fucking...
Jeff Mo, what up, man? Bear 11, what up?
Hell yeah, guys.
Jeff Mo.
41 already. Thanks for showing
There we go.
up.
Hit that like button for Shane, please, if you can, if you're available.
Mudbuster was a good one.
If you're hooking on a corner, we understand. You can't hit the button right now. You might be busy, so we understand.
Fucking let me know what corners are hitting.
I was going to say, let us know. We'll swing through.
Heavy Armor Toys.
Is this real?
Yeah, these are concept art for their Kickstarter.
I like the color choice of the green on that this is rock and roll wannabe, I'm assuming, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not rock and roll. So he's gonna do not everybody type shit.
Kind of looking that way.
Yeah.
I think
this is Falcon, I'm assuming, right?
Right. Yeah, I think we're gonna talk about this a little bit on Monday.
Okay.
These are the coins that come with the comics. But then we got to this thing. That's just...
Is that 3 3/4?
It's got to be.
Okay.
Because that skinny-headed Destro up in the front.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's modern with the 3 ARAH shit.
Right. $10 is $10. You'd be surprised what I do for $20. Then, who remembers Robo Joe? Because that's a pretty good looking Robo Joe right there.
That's a reimagination of the Armorbot. Oh no, that's the Punisher shit done. Oh
yeah, that's the Punter. You sent me that picture.
Who? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. It's the only way I got it.
Yeah, but I sent you the one from Hasbro. That would look like they changed the colors on that. Or did you do that?
No.
Yeah, there's no orange on that thing. That's like an AI image.
I swear you sent me that picture.
No, I sent you the picture of this. Yeah, the all black joint. But somebody made that to look like that dude.
You sent me that picture there.
No, I did. I swear to God, I did it. But hey, for the sake of argument, I did.
Maybe it was Bobby Wold. I don't know.
It was Bobby Wold.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I sent you that picture.
I know what I sent you because it's so far and few between. My contribution level is like 12%.
Okay. Well, I have proved that I can't do this anymore.
You guys saw Mom and Dad argue on live air. I hope everybody's okay.
Right? Yeah. Don't take this. It's okay, kids. It's all right.
It's okay, kids. We're not separating.
We're going to bring in the moderator of all moderators, and we're going to jack this dial up to 15. If I can get rid of this. There it is.
Oh, there you go. Boom.
There we go. Son of a bitch.
Is that how you do it?
Man, that button is too close to the end stream button. I swear to God.
Yeah, you better be careful over there.
Hey guys, thanks
What's
for
up,
How you doing, brother?
everybody in the chat. Hello.
This is Dave. Everybody,
Super
Dave. Super Dave.
In case you don't know, man, this guy has the line on all things G.I. Joe, and if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss it.
You just missed it. All right.
There are people that have a better line than me. I do the best.
Yeah, but you don't spit lies, so that makes you reliable. You might not have as much, but you don't spit lies out there. just
No.
for fucking reactions, and
All the
that's why
truth.
I'll watch you and 610. Everybody else is kind of half cocked out there. So
Yeah, I think there are people
Especially
spreading
us.
rumors just
Yeah.
because they're trying to mitigate some of the way they get this stuff. So they are
Yep.
putting out rumors and stuff like that. And I believe there are
Yeah.
in the last batch of stuff that came out. I'm not going to say where it came from, but I think there are a few fake ones in that.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I heard somebody say it the
orange road
best.
pig,
You
we're
can
not
shoot a fucking
Okay.
piece of shit at the wall. Eventually, it's gonna stick for this line. I could say, yeah, they're gonna do fucking, Immortal Crimson Commander. He's gonna come one day if the line
Yeah.
keeps going. So
Yeah.
I'm right now, and it could be
Right.
in 6 years. I
Yep.
mean,
Right. Yeah, that's exactly the thing.
but I like
you're
it how
gonna-
you're on point to the next shit, not fucking 7 years down the road, because anybody can be right with that kind of shit.
Exactly. Because if they're going to try, they've said in multiple interviews and reports over the last year that they would like to get to every single thing that came out in the vintage line. I don't know if they'll ever get to everything that came out in the 4-inch modern era or any of the movies, but they do plan on trying to hit every single thing that came out in the original vintage 82 to 94 line. So that's fine. I think that's good if they could do that. But
There was 300 and something from 82 to just 90, wasn't there?
there is.
Yeah, because that's all I collected when I collected. It was 82 through 90. I stopped at. I had a few, obviously, like the Snow Serpent V2. I love that one. That was a 91 or 2, I believe. So I had a few, but my main line was 82 to 90.
And there was a lot of redecos during that period too.
Exactly.
And if you really
renaming
include
of characters
everything, you got like four Stardusters, you got 4 Steel Cores, you got there's weird stuff like Copperhead. There's 3 versions of Copperhead because he's got different dots.
Yeah, the lime green gloves. I think they should have gave us that one with the water moccasin. That would have been a nice hit.
Yeah, like the more vintage inspired. I agree with you on that. But then Recondo had multiple variations with his camouflage pants.
Well, you had special missions. You had all kinds of side shit too that nobody even really saw unless you got brochures and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was hard to come across a brochure when I was a kid. We didn't get many at my house. So I don't.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Only if you bought a vehicle or something would you get the brochures. But
Dave's not here, man. But yeah, man, you got a hell of a show coming up tomorrow, and I can't wait to get there and show up and show my support. Fucking, I'm stoked. These guys are constantly, I'm going to this con. I'm going to this con. It's a half hour away. Finally.
It's always nice to have a fucking con in your backyard, though. I mean, there's nothing like it.
Well, I've been to many conventions since I was a teenager in the 80s. I'm dating myself a little bit, but yeah, I've been.
You were a teenager in the 80s? God damn! No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, Dave. That was a shout out to the old Kevin Hart joke.
The first con I went to was when I first moved to Florida. It was in '89, and it was Orlando Con, like 19 or something like that.
Damn.
It was like the precursor to MegaCon.
Well, Florida has a lot of cons. You guys got a big population there, so it only makes sense.
Well, and it's a place that a lot of people come on vacation and stuff like that, and they hit these conventions and stuff. It's a very big touristy state when it comes to it. It's probably
there's something I learned this year too. A lot of us nerds, I had no idea they plan vacations around cons and shit, which is that would have never popped into my head because I go on vacation. I need a beach type shit. But Florida's a beach. You know what I'm saying?
It's got beaches. Right.
But my wife would never.
Around,
if I'm not bringing her to the Caribbean, then we ain't going nowhere.
My favorite vacation is when I just don't get out of bed. I just put my feet up. Basically,
that's a staycation.
Don't you live on a beach somewhere?
Dude, I could probably hit the beach with a good wind.
Yeah, I'm like 1.8 miles away from the coast myself. I don't have waterfront property, but I'm like less than 2 miles away from the actual coast.
Beach is a block and a quarter that way, and the river is fucking a quarter of a block that way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, I've been to a lot of shows since I was a teenager till now, all over the world, in other countries, all over the United States. I've been to good shows. I've been to bad shows. I've been to rinky-dink shows. Like there's a guy that does a show every single weekend in Florida, except for 2 weekends out of the year. Jeff, I'm going to call him out, and it's only Christmas and Thanksgiving doesn't have a show, and it's just people pulling stuff out of their garages and slapping it on.
Yeah, it's more like a swap meet than a show.
Exactly.
I know what you're saying.
Right. And so I've really didn't want to do that. I have a lot of experience with Joe Fest, managing Joe Fest with Ed Schumacher and stuff like that. And I think I have a little bit of the pulse of the community, the G.I. Joe community. I have a little bit of experience with cons, going to cons, running cons, and not bad cons, conventions. Sorry. I gotta be careful.
You got Tristan all excited, man, because he's a criminal.
Right.
So you got Tristan was like, a leader. No. You're Dante to Tristan right now.
But so I thought, I've been working on this idea for a couple of years, toying around with my friend Bill Leach, who's our partner. You might not know who Bill Leach is, but he's a big guy in the community for many years, for 30 years in the G.I. Joe community. You might not know him. He lives in the same town as me, Deltona, Florida. And we've been toying around with this for a while. There used to be an event called the Dirty South Meetup in Florida. They did 5 shows, and then they scuttled it, and they didn't do another show for 7 years. And we were like, we need to bring this back. We need to do something else. And we were toying with this idea about doing something smaller than Joe Fest, not quite that large, but Florida needed something, we felt. And so we got together. We've been working on it for 2 years, and we got a really beautiful venue in Deltona, Florida, the center of Deltona. And the first dates that we had were originally in 25 on the 28th of September, but my dad passed away, and there was some other difficulties. Unfortunately, we could not keep those dates, and so we postponed it to this year, to April 19th. And it's been nothing but support and a lot of big name people that have come
you guys,
out.
I was gonna say your lineup for a first time con is like on Joe Fest level to me. I've never been, but you have a lot of names coming to your first time con, and which is, I think, is dope, and that goes to your roots in the community.
Yes,
that's
exactly it.
They wouldn't be coming if you were a douche. So you're a good guy in the community, and they know it, so they're there to help you, and that's that's the good part of the community to me.
And
a lot of people don't like that word, but hey, I do.
No, that's the best part of it.
It is the best word. I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah, and you have to have a good reputation, because there are people in the community that have bad reputations, and you wouldn't want to give them a pat on the back, and so I think I've engendered enough with the community, with my community here in Florida, and friends that I know and stuff like that, that we could do the show. This is our first one, so it's the inaugural show. It's the Senflo Joe show, and like I said, it's in Deltona, at the center of Deltona. It's April 19th, and I would appreciate any support. Anybody that lives in the southern Georgia, southern Alabama, anywhere in Florida, they want to come on vacation, spring break, enjoy all the amenities that are around us, and then come to a community event that everybody's there is cool and nice, and you would want to hang out with them on a regular basis.
I was gonna say, Gaines, I didn't get pulled at your show, man, so you owe me something.
And no, it's not a hemorrhoid pad.
Shane, before I forget too, because I'm about to get stoned dirt. I need like pamphlets, all that shit. Dave, can you make a little packet for me of all the pamphlets and stuff, so I can have like stuff from the inaugural show, even though I can't be there?
Sure. Thank
you, sir.
We did have one cancellation that I know it's going to be disappointing for you, Woody, is that Matt LaCroix, due to illness, has canceled.
Oh.
So his Bruce
I'm not
Lee
sending
figure,
that money back. No.
But his Bruce Lee figure, you still can get it if you contact him. He said it's still going to be available for people to get. the O-ring scale figure of Bruce Lee from the 70s with his black and white. So you can still get it. It just will not be available at the show. So I'm not going to be able to get you one the way I was going to get you one.
Yeah, can you reach out to him on social or whatever and get me 2, Shane?
You want me just to give the money to
I don't know. However that works is fine.
Just contact Matt LaCroix on Facebook.
Yeah, hit him up, and then if you want, I can Venmo him money if he has a Venmo or some shit. I don't know.
I'm sure he does. But so that he did cancel. We did replace him with another guest. He was a guy that worked on the original Marvel Comics series, G.I. Joe series in the 80s and 90s. The tail end of it. His name is Chi Wang. Wang. And he was a colorist and an artist that worked on the original Larry Hama series. But towards the tail end from like the 40s to the 55 when it ended. So that he was only on the end of it.
What up, jerk? Billy showed up in here. Makita.
Yep.
Sorry, Dave. We just got to say what up to people.
That's I understand completely. Trust me, I do this too, so I know.
Yep.
So we added him as a last-minute guest to replace the Matt LaCroix.
Nice.
Okay.
But we do have a really nice lineup. I'm glad you mentioned that. It's a lot of people that are local because I could only do so much with our budget. This is our first one, so we had to have a decent budget. Our primary guest is Mark Pennington, designer of G.I. Joe from 87 to 89. He also is a comic book artist that worked at DC Comics, and he worked at Croston Comics, which is a Florida comic book company in the early 2000s.
So this guy designed a lot of the shit I like. If he was, because my main years is 87 to 90.
Yeah,
he had.
Yeah,
he wasn't the main designer on the Mean Dog, but he had a hand in it.
No, I met Frank was the Mean Dog, right?
Right.
Frank Correndo or whatever.
I'm not sure what it is.
I think so because I got his autograph on my picture of me holding the Mean Dog as a tyke.
So he's a really nice guy. He does sketches. He'll take pictures with you. He's we're gonna make him the MC of the coloring contest, which is sponsored by Skeletron. They were nice enough to sponsor us and send us some coloring sheets with our logo and their logo. And we're gonna have Mark Pennington pick the best color contest winner of that for that. So he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I highly recommend if you can meet him that you should come out and say hello to him and talk to him about all the cool stuff. And then the finest G.I. Joe costuming organization can take photos with them and hang out with them, and they have their own charity. I think it's some sort of animal pets, war animals and stuff that are in the military and stuff like that, pets and stuff like that. So they have that charity that's going on.
Charity's always good, man. You always got to give back. If you're putting out, you should give back. I mean, pretty simple.
We replaced Adam Riches. He canceled about a month or so ago.
Dave just froze right up. We'll give
he's
him a
doing he's doing the WB wave on the way out. It's the WB.
Hello, my honey.
We'll just wait for him to come back.
There he is.
Dave,
we all paused there. According to mine, we all paused.
Yeah, no, just you did, but we're good now.
We're good. You're good.
You're good.
Yep,
Keep going.
You got Graven Ravenwolf.
Yeah, he's a Transformer artist that works on the comics for Transformers, and he also worked at DC Comics as well.
Nice.
He's a really cool guy.
That's a cool ass name, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right? I agree with you. I have a hard time saying it. But
that's talk about a villain's name. That's great.
It's a tongue twister.
It's the Raven Wolf, y'all.
And we just found out Matt's not going to be there.
Yeah,
so I mean,
canceled, so you can move on.
It happens.
That's the figure though that he's going to have for sale, people. If you're interested in a 3 3/4 Bruce Lee.
Yeah, so contact him through Messenger, Matt LaCroix, through Facebook Messenger, and he'll let you know what's going on. And then we have a couple other guests, and that is Jason Mark Sobel. He's a big G.I. Joe comic artist. He goes to every Joe Fest. He's one of the nicest guys. He's coming from Jacksonville, Florida, down.
Okay.
And, he's a really cool guy, too. And he also worked at DC Comics and did a lot of covers for them as well.
Right on. Very
Awesome.
cool.
And then we have Roger Taft. So if you've been around the G.I. Joe community for a while, you should know Roger Taft. He's one of the co-authors of After Action Report. They've done 7 or 8 books on the history of the G.I. Joe comics by Larry Hama in the Marvel era, the IDW era. They did a special deep dive into Silent Interlude, issue 21, the history behind that comic. They've done G.I. Joe Transformer crossover books. They did a trivia. They're doing a trivia book. They're doing like a who's who type books. And if you're not familiar with who's who, it's kind of like the Order of Battle with G.I. Joe. It's called the Order of Battle. And they've done 2 books, 250 entries in each of those books. And they're only Joe characters for the first 2 books. They're working on their 3rd book, which is all Cobra entries. So he worked for them. For
wow.
This sounds like a good show for like, lore guys, because you got so many people you can ask right there that they can just they're teaching that at that show if you ask the right questions. You know what I mean?
I can't wait.
I wish we had panels, but we do not have panels. And then Hawk Saunders, if you're not familiar with him, another big guy in the community for decades. He's the editor and publisher of Rising Sun Comics and Publishing, and they've done tons of G.I. Joe comics over the years. You might not be familiar with it because they were more of an independent company. They're in like 7 different countries. They have a lot of independent comic creators that do comics around the globe. That's part of this company.
But he has permission to use G.I. Joe?
Yes, because they got the license for certain things. Like they have an anthology series.
Awesome.
A G.I. Joe anthology series that's called CTE. It's called Cobra the Enemy. And they've been they're almost up to 100 issues with that. They're heading towards their 100th issue. And they also got some of the the Action Force comics, and they continued those comics from Palatoy in England, and they did a series called Redux, Action Force Redux, and they've done a lot of other independent G.I. Joe stuff. And there's a Kickstarter that's coming up that they're working on called the Adventure Team, and I'm involved with that. That's another G.I. Joe comic. That Kickstarter will be out in September. Around September, that Kickstarter will launch, and I'm involved with that Kickstarter as well.
Cool.
They have a lot.
You heard that, Hendo? New Kickstarter,
right? Yeah.
Trust me.
Well, we're talking Monday. We're going to talk about Kickstarters and stuff on our
nice
statue show. So I'll get with you tomorrow and see what I can find out from you.
Yeah, and it's a G.I. Joe Kickstarter, and it's a comic book Kickstarter, and it's the beginning of a new imprint that they're doing, a G.I. Joe imprint called Retro Comics, and it's going to be all G.I. Joe related comic books, but they're in the past, like Joe Colton, the Adventure Team, like Action Girls, the Defenders. If you're not familiar with the Defenders, it was a G.I. Joe brand in the late 70s, only lasted 1 year, and then they're going to be doing a lot of other stuff, G.I. Joe related comics. Nothing that Skybound is doing. It's all older stuff, but they're bringing it to the modern era with new aesthetics, writing styles, and
Joe Prime.
So
nice, very cool.
So
yeah,
I like the
like your guests are like people in the community. It's dope.
Yeah. So those were all of the ones that I could find pictures for. Is there anybody else that's coming that's like not announced?
Well, there was just the guy that I was talking about that replaced Matt LaCroix. There should be a thing on the website now. We posted it today with Chi Wong, who is a colorist and comic book artist from the original Marvel G.I. Joe run. Towards the end of the run, the last like 15 or so issues, he worked on it.
It's nice. They're all they're all close to you too. That's what's dope.
Yeah, that's how we had to work this out. We didn't have the money for the budget.
Yeah, you don't have money on your first show to pay people to come out here and shit.
Yeah,
so you're doing a lot of good faith type shit right now.
Yeah, and so that was the thing, that we were trying to do what we could, the most we could with the budget, and get everybody in our community to get involved. We did take care of Mark Pennington because he's coming from Clearwater, but we had to do that. We need to have one primary guest, and he was the one that we thought, he's in Florida. I think I can afford this, and we did it, and everybody else. volunteered to come, and the people that were driving in or flying in, like Hawk came from Texas. He flew
That's
in.
what shows, like, they just want to come and talk about Joe's with the fans. They're not concerned about the money, and all the guests you got. That says a lot about them as people, because they know this ain't going to be the biggest show, but it's a
As
show,
much as some
and there's
people
going to be
don't like
fans
that
there
word,
that want to talk.
much as
Yeah.
some people don't like that word community, the Joe community is one of the better
Yeah.
ones out there.
It is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we have our douchebags, but
Yeah,
that's
of
part of
course.
the community.
It's
You
part
know,
of
that's
it.
how-
If you don't have a douchebag, how can you find out you're not a douche? Like, you need something
Right.
to compare it to. So that's how I
And
look
just
at it, man.
while we're talking about cons, our
Uh,
man Dave is a big part of Joe Fest. So if you want to plug
yeah,
Joe
sure.
Fest a little bit, let's.
Yeah. That's the next one that I'm going to be pushing a lot in the next couple months leading up to it. I'm a manager of Joe Fest. I'm a big part of Joe Fest, and the fact that Joe Fest, when you go to Joe Fest, there's no drama, there's no negativity. It's one of the largest events in the country, and it's an international event for the GI Joe community.
Mhm.
People
Yep.
come from all around the
Yeah.
globe to come
Yep.
to this show, and we
Park
are
the
very
drama as a
proud.
curb.
Yep, Canada, they're coming from Central America. They're coming from everywhere.
Yeah, they're coming from all over the
Yeah,
place.
Joe Fest is the real deal.
Oh yeah,
Coming from
Trinidad,
Daytona Beach, Florida, all the
Australia.
way up.
Rhode Island, they're coming from
Yeah.
everywhere.
So, but we're very proud of the fact that there's no drama. The people that come to enjoy this show, the guests like yourself, the people we bring in that are guests, the vendors, there's no drama, and you don't see any of the behind the scenes stuff and the things that would make another show bad or whatever. You don't see any of that stuff because we take care of the show so well that you don't know what's happening. And there is
Right.
things that happen, but you don't know about it because
Mhm.
we don't not advertise those.
Yeah,
type of-
damage control. You got to have some of it. I mean, you get a lot of people together, there's bound to be some shit pop off. Let's be real.
Exactly. But we have an incredible show this year.
Mhm.
Lots of new guests. We got Skybound guests. We got a lot of new comic book guests. We got a lot of new vendors this year. It's going to be one of our best shows, and we are gearing up for our 10th anniversary, which will be next year. And man, if you
Wow.
knew the plans we're trying to work out for the 10th anniversary, I don't want to sell to 27 before we get to 26, but the show, it just gets better every year.
Yeah.
We step it up every year.
That's what I hear. So
We need
I'm
you guys.
very excited for my first one.
We're telling you right now, Dave, Smokin Joe's will be there, one and all.
You'll smell me coming, Dave. Don't you worry about it. You'll smell me.
Not in a bad way.
A lot of people
Smell
just
like a
sniff
whole
me
lot
for
of
like
Julio
the smell.
coming
They're
down
like,
the hallway.
thank you.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fantastic show, you guys. Every year, people walk out of there and they're like, "Holy crap! Can they get any better?" And we take that challenge to heart. It gets better every year.
No, I went last year, and I hadn't been to a Joe convention since Hasbro had been involved, when it was actually, you know,
17 or 18.
I remember when it was up here in Pawtucket.
and it was just absolutely, the vibe was so great. Everybody there was having a good time. I don't know I didn't see one person that was having, a bad time at all.
Yeah, I went one day when it was in Pawtucket. I forgot what year. That was a while
So
back.
that was what, HasCon 2019.
I thought it was older than that, but yeah, that's 7 years technically. So yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
I went one day
Has-
because it was in my hometown and shit. So
My best friend went to the first JoeCon that was on the Intrepid in New York.
damn,
that
I
was a
heard of
different
that.
thing. That was
I thought he was full of shit. I was like, dude, I ain't fucking. He was like, oh, we'll go. We'll have a great time. Go with me. I'm like, no, you're full of shit, dude. They're not having a fucking GI Joe convention on a fucking aircraft carrier.
I'm just happy to get, like, we all know Joe is my main line, and I'm just happy that, like, I've been to DFW. That was Joe centric, but the size and it just seems like it's going to be different to me.
Oh yeah, it is going to be different. The feel is different.
Yes.
We keep
Yeah.
expanding our
It's a huge
vendors.
sense of
Now-
camaraderie there. Like
Oh,
nobody's.
yeah.
No, I mean, it's
We
just a good time.
We do like swap meets up in the hallway of the hotel. We have tributes for lost brothers. Sergeant Slaughter comes down and he does the whole Sergeant Slaughter thing, and he has the breakfast, and everybody there feels like they're part of a community. Everybody. It's like your brother or your sister or your uncle. It's like your family when you go there. We all know each other, and there's not a lot of there's no negativity. I'll say no negativity, and it's very supportive. We each support each other's Kickstarters, everybody's endeavors. And Joe Fest is also going to have a booth at my show. So Ed Schumacher is supporting my show.
Nice.
He will be there.
Cool.
Yes. Is Ed going to be there? Or?
Yes.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, dude.
So you can talk to him about Joe Fest and all the announcements and stuff like that. And because
those guys are cool to me, they're old school because I feel like I don't identify them with them, but we identify because of G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
right.
They're very strict with their early lore and stuff, but I think we could all get along. It's just
absolutely,
yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, it's just, and that's part of the great thing about it, because you had the old heads that are into 1/6 and all.
Oh,
that
and OG 13 guys. I'm talking for me, really, because
right, yeah, and then
I respect it. I mean, there's nothing you could do. You were
team.
17 in fucking 85, so I mean, obviously you're gonna be out of the line. I get it.
BX, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Ken, how you
BX, we're
doing,
gonna have
brother?
fun, man.
But yeah,
We bringing a rowdy crew down there.
Oh man,
we have a very good team of people that help us with the show. It gets a little bit bigger and bigger. We're gonna have some really fantastic panels this year. There's a lot of interesting. We're broadening the Joe Fest imprint as well. We're trying to get into all different areas. So we got Larry Houston that worked on the X-Men 97 and 96 animated series as a producer writer. He's gonna be there. We're working on some Thundercat animated people.
Now Joe Fest does have panels, correct? You said because okay.
Yep.
Chuck, don't get it twisted. Chad doesn't go to Joe Fest,
Chad did go to Joe Fest several times,
but not anymore.
Not anymore.
He's through and through now. But he's a nice guy. I like Chad and stuff like that. But he drew his line in the sand, and that's that.
Yeah, there's sometimes you just can't draw a line in the sand.
Everybody don't got to fuck with everybody. That's the number one rule. Everybody forgets.
And that's why I get along with everybody, because I don't have any problems.
And just leave it dead. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to keep saying shit because then you look dumb.
Yeah. So I get along with everybody, and that's the way I want Joe Fest to be. I want it to be a good family show, and I want my show to be like that as well. Yep.
Dude, you have probably the most we pride ourselves on having a positive show, but
yeah.
You bring that to a whole new level, man. Fucking the positivity on your show is amazing, and it's a great way to just start the day.
Well, I appreciate it.
Let's not be real though. Sometimes you got to go through the dark to get to the light. I mean, it's pretty simple. So, but I appreciate that you try to avoid it as much as possible, Dave. So that's respect from me, bro.
Well, and there are people that do come.
Sometimes you got to say some shit, and you've said some shit. So it's not like you're spineless over there. You know what I'm saying? But you just try to stay positive.
I defend myself.
Of course.
Myself, I'm not going to be treated badly and stuff, because I know there are.
Of course, this means war.
Why?
There are people that come into the chat, and I have to do a tight leash on those people. It's just that's the nature of it. Sometimes you can't let people run rabid in the chat. It's not fair to everybody else.
There's always people that are in the community, but you just don't talk as much as everybody else. That's fine.
Yeah.
So,
but we're super stoked that you came on to talk to us about the Senflo Joe show. Dude, that just rolls. As big of a word as that is, it just rolls off the tongue. It's great.
It does, actually. Great name.
I've been looking forward to this for a cool minute, and it's finally here. So tomorrow's going to be just a great day.
Yeah.
But we had this thing that we were talking about, if I can find it.
I wish you nothing but luck, Dave. I just wanted to say, man, good.
Oh, we're not.
I see big things for this, dude.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
This is going to
cross
be
both your fingers. and hope for a good turnout, because that's our number one key.
It's you, man. You're gonna get the community out for this one.
I hope
Well,
so.
that's just it. You know what you get what you give, and
Mm-hmm.
Dave gives a
Couldn't have said it
lot.
better.
There it is. That
Stu,
says
what's
it all
up,
right there.
you angel of a man?
So
I
we
saw
had
Stu, I think, in a dream yesterday.
oh
He was
God,
hovering.
careful.
He's like Wadu. He was like Wadu in my dream, though. No.
Oh God.
It's a Jaja Binks. Who saw you?
No.
We used to think
John-
you gonna die. Oh wait, wrong
You're
character.
gonna die.
It's in Deltona, Florida. It's basically
What
between
up, Todd?
Daytona and Orlando.
I would say between Sanford and Daytona.
Yeah,
The who? No.
Sanford's outside of Orlando. It's,
Okay, yeah. So
There's a
Orlando
one-
and Daytona, it's in the middle, you're saying?
It's closer,
it's closer
to
to
Daytona.
Daytona.
Okay.
Joey, what's up, brother? But we had
Yo.
a thing on that we were talking about, who was our command squads when we were kids, when we played
Ooh.
G.I. Joe.
You guys know me, and you know the type of person I am. I'm sure you could probably predict who would be my.
I'm willing to bet the twins were on that list somewhere.
They are, but
Yeah.
for good guys, my guy was Duke.
Dude,
Oh.
nice. I was like, we pretty much got it covered because you were a Duke guy, Woody was a Hawk and Flint guy, and I was a
Yep.
Flint Beachhead guy. So we had the whole command squad covered right there.
I liked Hawk better than Flint, but Flint was up there for me. He had a dope gun. That shotgun was amazing back then.
Oh man, wasn't it?
Yep. The challenge was not to lose it or break it. That was the best shit.
I
Kids like me that try to keep everything perfect.
I liked how Duke, the first scene in the G.I. Joe, the first miniseries, which I think it's the Mass Device miniseries. The first
Mass
scene, he goes and he rips into Scarlet. That's like almost ruining the Sky Striker.
Yeah, the hot dogging. Who's that hot
Yeah.
dogging pilot?
Like, get the mustard out of that hot dog.
Yeah, put some mustard
Put
on
you
that
down
shit.
to PFC or whatever it is he said, private first class or whatever. And
Yep.
it turns out it's like his romantic, oh, okay. And then he backs off. I was like, all right, Duke, you
Yep.
know. So right on.
Critters, I have no idea. So Hawk was the original field commander of the Joe team before he got his general star and was booted upstairs to honcho the entire Joe operation. He's a West Point graduate and has a list of special education credits as long as his arm, but he still managed to get the main body of his experience out there where it counts, on the battlefield. Hawk's the type of commander who goes out and gets shot at like everyone else. Troops respect that. They know he won't ask them to do anything he isn't willing to do himself. And that's why they're willing to do anything Hawk tells them.
Yeah, no, he was good in the cartoon. Like I said, I'm a cartoon kid, so Hawk was there and he was cool to me in the
And
cartoon.
He was in
When
the
Duke
season
showed up in
2.
the comic,
He
that's
did
a
show up in
fucking-
the comic, the Larry Hama comic. He was in the early comic, but he was barely there. So when I got into the comic, I got it into around 24, 23, and Duke was the guy that I saw in my first comic because they were having a funeral. And on the last page, the Rattler comes in and he tries to shoot up this funeral for, I think it's Quinn from the comics.
no, it's
Duke in
General
Roadblock
Flag's
show up.
funeral.
Who was it?
It's General Flag's funeral.
General
And
Flag's
Clutch is
you're right.
pulling the flag off the casket because he doesn't want it to get shot up.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
Duke shows up with a 45 with rock and roll with a 50 cal right behind him.
No,
They
it was
just take down the
Roadblock.
Rattler.
It was Roadblock actually, but
Yeah.
and so that made me like,
bad.
holy crap, Duke is not fooling around. So between that and the Sunbow, when he first appeared, I was like, Duke's my guy. Hawk was barely in the comic earlier
Right.
than that. And it was the 86 line that really Hawk became most prominent. And that
Yep.
season 2 of Sunbow, he became the number one guy.
Yeah, the leader, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, the helmet was dope. Loved the backpack. I liked everything about Hawk when I was a kid.
Right, he was a really
Especially
cool
the fact that I had him. That was an honor.
Right. And
This
then
guy too.
Woody's number 2 was Stalker version 2.
Hey, we're
Hell
getting that. That's coming.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Classified. I'm just imagining what that kayak's going to look like.
Mm.
Oh man, it's gonna be good, man.
Yep. I think we're gonna get hammered on that price point because they just let us go on the Rattler ramp rats.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Right.
That's gonna be it.
I think it'll be 50, 55 maybe.
But the thing
It's like a
about that
vehicle.
is, some of these things that they're doing, I can't imagine the reuse of it. Like Stalker's kayak.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have to change that up to make it?
They'll make a
reuse?
Cobra or some shit out of it. They'll add like a fucking buoy on the side or something. You know what I'm
Something,
saying?
yeah. Like
Yeah,
the nut
they
landing or
have to
something.
at least
Yeah.
once. I mean, they got to try something.
Yeah.
Some molds though are like you're definitely limited.
Yeah,
with some
you're
molds.
gonna
You
have
just got to
eat
eat
it.
them. Sometimes you got to eat the shit, and
They'll-
if you get one more reuse out of it, hey, you're probably having a happy day.
It'll come on a trailer with a ferret or something, you know. Like it's just one of those things. You'll
Yeah,
find
something. They'll definitely Cobra it up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
have a latch for it on a vamp
It'll-
or something. You
I
never
think
know.
he'll be the price point of like the porta potties and shit. I think he'll be 55
Yeah, I think you're right.
because
I
he's
think
a deluxe figure too. They're going to be a lot of shit in there. Hopefully, they give you some hands.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Like the
You
trigger
see-
fingers aren't for fucking holding the oar. You know what I'm saying? Give me different hands.
You see all the stuff that comes with this one. I
Yep,
mean,
yep.
just Jesus. But yeah, it says pick a place where nobody in his right mind wants to fight, and you can bet your bottom dollar you're gonna have to slog in there and blast into a firefight someday. And it's basically just how great Stalker is. I mean,
Stalker is one of these guys that in the comics and in the toy that he never lets a man behind. He will never let a guy go. So in the comics, there's several stories where he had to stay to help his fellow teammates. He ends up sending Outback into the wilderness to get the Joes to come back, but he stays with Snow Job and Quick Kick in the prison, and he puts up with a lot of crap, and he gives a lot of respect for me for that storyline Larry wrote with him, and I love Stalker.
yeah,
My daughter is going to the park.
right on.
I'm in
Well,
charge tonight. My wife went to a concert.
His secondary military specialty is medic and interpreter. So, I mean, that goes into not leaving a man behind.
Yep.
What concert is she going to, you bastard?
Some fucking reggaeton shit.
Nice.
There'll probably be a raid there or something. Who knows? Hopefully she gets out.
That's what I'm talking about. A younger looking Stalker would be nice.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to do that with
the retro was younger, wasn't it? The
Yeah, it
retro
was.
card.
He didn't have the white. The regular one
Yeah.
had white temples. The retro did not. So they did go closer to the original vintage.
Mm-hmm.
And then Woody nailed it with his number 3 with low light. I mean, how can
Another
you?
one I had, and I had the bipod the whole time.
Oh, the whole time?
Yeah, I was an anal kid, man, with my Joes. It was crazy. I never had a lot, so when I finally was able to get some, them shits was like museum pieces to me, bro.
Dude, I had, remember those big coffee tins, like the really big Folger
I
tins?
played with them, but I told you the way I played. I set up string everywhere and just slid them back and forth. That was me. And then I had vehicles, tried to drop them into like the fucking hammer and shit like that. So
I love the voice of Lowlight in the Sunbow animated series.
Yes.
He had like a Clint Eastwood voice. Make my day.
Yep.
Believe it. So the Joes like to have low light along for the ride. They know if something gets really hairy.
He had
and
one of the
that's
good
bound to happen
episodes too
sooner
of
or later.
Sunbow.
All they have to do is wait until dark. It doesn't matter what field of fire the bad guys control. The night belongs to low light.
And another fun thing about Lowlight is now that we have dinosaurs in the line, will we be getting the Dino Hunters Lowlight?
Hopefully, but later, because I hope this dino dive was just a quick dip, because I don't think like 9 of the next 20 figures should be like dino type shits, you know. Work it in slow.
I don't know. I was so upset when I heard dinos were coming, because I just remember dinos killed Joe. And it's not what happened, but in my head, dinosaurs, when dinosaurs hit the shelf with G.I. Joe, it was over.
Let me tell a little story. Let me tell a dinosaur story. You guys have a few minutes for
Well, dinosaurs are timeless. We all know this.
In the early 90s, Hasbro was in the point with G.I. Joe that everybody was doing all kinds of stuff. There was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So guess what they did? They did Ninja Force. There was RoboCop. So guess what we got? Robo Joe.
Yeah.
There was Jurassic Park. So guess what we got? Dino Hunters. There was all kinds of eco stuff. So we got Eco Wars with Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
We got Eco Wars. So Joe was trying to compete with every other toy brand at the on the aisle, and they came up with all these different things. And Dino Hunters was a KB2 toy store exclusive. They needed an exclusive that year, so that's what the Dino Hunters ended up becoming. And so that's a little insight into that.
Yeah, I remember that was kind of when I went to just full blown Turtles when I started seeing that, because I gravitated more towards the Turtles at 12, 13, 14.
And to round out Woody's top 4 commanders was Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah,
I love Sarge.
I just knew he was cool. He got a lot of airtime. Like I said, I'm a cartoon kid, so the airtime was always helpful for me liking these guys. And I had that figure. I got that mail away. That was dope.
We're getting this
mail
figure.
away.
Yep, I had that one. I remember getting it.
We're getting this again. It's going to come with Triple T.
With the Triple T, yeah, I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
Definitely happy.
We're thinking that's going to be the New York exclusive, right?
We believe it's going to be between New York and San Diego. It's going to be
one of the big ones. It's definitely going to get it. Mendoza, what up? I had to stop myself before I kept putting my shoe in my mouth.
But yeah,
you gotta do it like Punk with Toys does. Mendoza, like that.
Nah.
And then Flint was also on the list.
Yep, Flint. Good character, like I said. Just the loadout, the look of him was good with the bullet straps. Yeah, it was
I would hope
good looking figure.
I hope we can get him to Joe Fest before something bad happens.
Who, Flint?
Yeah, the voice actor.
Oh, the voice. Oh, okay, cool.
And Bobby Wall was
again
hooks us up. Like, there's your command squad, dude. How fucking cool is that?
I like he got his gun just on the map table like that.
Right. Yeah, just son of a bitch.
No, it's cool though to have the characters,
that
I like all in the same room together. That's pretty cool.
Right. And I'll definitely get these pictures to you.
I'll allow it.
Right. And so Flint was on mine as well. Beachhead. I had so much fun with Beachhead. And Doc.
Another one. I was prejudiced against Beachhead because ever since they said he stank in the cartoon, I was like, I don't like him. Because I always like smelling good, man. So as soon as they said he was stank, I was like, nah, man, I don't like to do that. Don't shower.
Beachhead has a big following. Beachhead has a big following.
No, I know. That was just my dumbass reason. And when I was a kid, I was like, you don't shower. No, I don't like you.
I love
his
version 3 Snake Eyes, but
this is my favorite version. This is my favorite version of Snake Eyes. I think it's the most badass Snake Eyes, and I don't swear, but I will say that about that Snake Eyes and the story that came with the Bad Brothers that he had to beat up these interrogators, 3 Bad Brothers, and he like pulls elements from each of them in the comics and creates this costume that is so bad, that he could do something like that. I love this version.
Yeah, I hope they do this right. That's because like you said, that's a lot of people's version. Because I was too young for V1 myself. I wasn't around in '82.
I had V2, and like everybody else, I was like, this figure is amazing. But I had a swivel arm Snake Eyes V1.5.
Okay.
I used him right up until version 3 came out. I fucking
Well, this is kind of my Snake Eyes too, the V3 one, because that was later '80s. That's when I was getting in.
I thought this version was a little too effeminate for me, but it's just.
Is this the one that came with Timbo, right?
Yeah. It just the way that they portrayed him, he had like more of a purple hue in the
and he danced around like he did break dancing and shit. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I feel you on that stuff.
Weird. I like the version 1 and version 3 are my favorite. I don't mind version 4. It's just not my favorite.
I had VD. Oh wait, get that looked at, Stu. Get that looked at.
Mercer was one of my absolute favorites just because he was an ex-Viper. I mean, he went back and forth like
He was
a
on your
Cobra
Joe
and a
command
Joe.
squad, you're saying.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
But yeah, you had to have and sci-fi fucking
Nice.
and
Good pick.
everybody that had like my guys didn't have laser rifles when I played. They had actual guns. So to have a guy with a laser rifle, I fucking
No,
loved
I
it.
love sci-fi when I was a kid, man. It was right up in my wheelhouse for
Where'd you get that
figures.
art? Where'd that come from?
Yeah,
I had
this AI
no
bullshit.
No, it was
Yellow
Google Images.
sci-fi.
I was
That's pretty
like,
cool.
I gotta pull this out, fucking, because it's like somebody like washed the green till it turned almost yellow.
Yeah, Billy, he looks like he's fucking taking a dump, unfortunately. It's not one of their better ones.
And Airborne has been one of my
Nice.
favorite Joes since he came out.
Yeah, he is.
He did not get a lot of screen time in Sunbow,
No.
but he had
He
a
got
couple.
the episode,
He's got
though,
more
so I'm
time.
happy with that. The whole episode about his family, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but he had a couple of cool stories in the comics.
Okay.
I like him, and he's indigenous peoples too. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah. No, he was that episode, like I said, was cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people love G.I. Joe because of the diversity of it. We were the first kids coming up in like the true diverse, generations.
Before
or trying to be.
I was at the
correctness all came into being. Like this G.I. Joe was always diverse.
Yeah, they say woke now, but it's just learning about other shit. Like either watch it or you don't. Nobody's gonna break their back over it. Just calm the hell down.
Banana-fi.
But yeah, he's hanging in my Dragonfly as we speak. So
I got Wild Bill and Airborne sitting in my Dragonfly as well. But I remember going to the grocery store when he dropped, and I asked my dad if I could get it. And my mom was the one that bought all my Joes for me. My dad, he might have paid for everything, but he never broke down. I was like, all right, I'll get you one. But he actually
he went through your mom,
it.
You're saying.
Yeah, he looked at it and he was like, "Oh, this guy's Native American." Oh, he didn't see. He's like, "Oh, this guy's an Indian just like you." So, and he wound up getting them for me. So
nice.
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh yeah,
this is my number one guy here, Tracker, Iron Knife, Robert Iron Knife. This is my number one GI Joe.
Still one of my favorite classifieds yet.
Oh man,
definitely top 5 for me. I love that. He might not be the articulation masterpiece, but he looks great.
I love it when they got the Kwanzaa hut just sitting there and there's nothing going on and it's just basically spirit sitting on the trapdoor meditating.
Yeah.
But no, he's a badass spirit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He can command a platoon and they get their job done. He does not fool around. In the Sunbow, he took on Storm Shadow twice to a standstill.
That was the one part that was weird for me. Like, why would a native be doing karate against a Japanese person like that?
Because that's how badass he is.
No, I know, but they should have. I always say they should have just done that Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow for that. Like, Spirit should have been Snake Eyes.
Well, the thing about Sunbow is you'll understand this once I tell you this, is they did not want to copy what Larry was doing in the comics. They wanted their own identity. So they came up with a lot of their own stuff. And there's some cool stuff in Sunbow. There's some bad stuff in Sunbow. And there's some terrible stuff in Sunbow. But they wanted their own
That's awesome.
thing. And I respect them for that.
Yeah. No, I do. Like I said, I got respect for all Joes.
Duarte, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
So that's a good
so I like your picture too, man. Like I said, that's dope.
Yeah,
you got 5 in there though, you cheater. I thought it was 4.
Yeah, I added a couple more in there. Fucking, fuck.
Yep. No, I feel you.
But these are this is Woody's Cobra Command Squad.
Yeah, hell yeah. This guy was up there.
You can't have a Cobra Command without Destro. There's no.
Yeah.
Cobra Commander was second to me. Battle Armor Cobra Commander was second in command in my
Destro is running shit. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
But Cobra had so many good characters. It's hard to pick something like this because
I knew from the cartoon, Destro could have crushed Cobra Command anytime he wanted. He had good restraint.
Yeah, definitely.
I probably learned something about patience from Destro in the cartoon. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yep. And the comics too. Yeah.
I'm sure.
James McCullen. I
Mhm.
met the voice actor of this guy, and
Nice.
man, is he
Oh,
a imposing guy, very big
Mm.
guy, and you can see where that voice came from the guy that did
Yep.
it. Oh
yeah.
boy.
I he's one of the guys that I do want to meet. Is him?
Mm.
I've met
Yeah, it was nice.
Spirit and Storm Shadow. I met those guys. I was all about getting their autograph, and then I saw how much they were charging, and I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you."
Now, autographs are not cheap.
What up,
They're not like
Alpha?
they were when we were growing up in the 80s and 90s. They were $5, $10. Now they're like way higher.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
remember when autographs were $15, then they went to 20, and then they were 25 for the longest time, and then boom, fucking
Yep.
forget
Yeah,
about it.
explosion.
Yeah.
Same thing happened in baseball. I was collecting baseballs at the time, Yankee autographed balls,
Oh.
was. And yeah, they just skyrocketed. They were like $50, and I never got Jeter, but now it's ridiculous. Like I can't pay for a Jeter ball. No way. I got better things to do. Better things to
Wow,
put my inventory towards.
you
Right?
remember his voice on the Sunbow cartoon, Wild Weasel's voice? He had like
No.
a Cajun, like, yo,
Oh
good,
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking Copperhead.
Yeah, he had such a
Mhm.
crazy voice. They
Yeah.
had so many
Great.
weird voices on Sunbow. Like Scrap Iron's voice was like he had a frog in his throat. Like,
Mm. But I like the difference of it. There was the scale of difference was pretty cool.
yeah.
Now
have
they try to squeeze, one guy to do 4 voices instead of having somebody for everybody. That was cool
exactly.
too.
Yep, you're right about that.
All right,
It's all
Stu,
about
have a
saving
good one,
money
man. Be
and
safe.
increasing profit. So they'll cut on quality.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you get some decent shoes.
Mm.
Yeah, so the water moccasin has been delayed this year to 27, and it looks like they're getting a female pilot. Maybe
Yep.
it'll look like Copperhead. I don't know, but
I
would
think
like.
it's gonna be a gunner.
I think it's gonna
Yeah,
be
but I
Copperhead.
hope it's
Right.
Copperhead, but not Copperhead. It should have the same, color scheme.
Yes, yep. And I think we could have got a third Copperhead. I think the line was good enough to get a more vintage color scheme with the
Yeah.
dots and the much brighter than the ones that we've got, because we got a classified version and a Python version. So I think we could have gotten a retro version closer to that. I don't know why they didn't want to reuse that mold, but they're giving us a
Yeah.
female gunner of some sort. So
No, I think they have an opportunity to kill that actually if they stick with the color scheme and the helmet type
Yeah.
deal and then build off of that. Put some.
Yeah.
She can't be in a muscle shirt, obviously. So put some pauldrons on. Make her like Dreadnought-ish, but not Dreadnought because she's from the swamp. He's from the swamp too.
yeah.
He's
hangs
just
out
more
with
on the
Juggernaut.
payroll than Zartan.
Yeah, he
So
hangs out with the
Duarte
Juggernaut
wants to
a
know
lot.
what the best boat is. Both Cobra and GI Joe.
Oh, and GI Joe, and I would almost. This is a tricky one because a lot of people love the Bug, and I love the Bug, but I
don't consider that a boat though.
And the Hammerhead, both of those are boats technically because they're underwater. But
Yeah, but they can go on land.
yeah, they can. You're right. Both of those. I would say the Water Moccasin is my favorite boat. The Moray is just.
I'd have to go Moray all day.
Well,
Like I said, I wouldn't be mad if we got that as the HasLab this year, but I'm hoping it's not. But I'll definitely take a
think
few.
It is. Now that I'm seeing what I'm seeing in the future with all the
Yeah.
swamp and water that they're announcing, all those things, I'm thinking next year's water, definitely.
You
hope
never
so.
know.
I'm
sure it's in the works though, but I'm sure it's going to start leaking soon. Pause.
Yeah, in
Believe it.
May we'll start getting some hints about what it is.
Yeah,
probably.
yep.
Right. I don't know. I'm still a huge fan of the Devilfish. I mean, as a one-person
Oh, yeah.
boy
It is.
boat, I mean, that's.
I
it's
just
good
like the
stuff.
Moray because of the versatility
Ooh.
of it. You can fit so many people in it.
Well,
Lone Dragon.
If we're
nailed
going
it.
small, I love the Night Landing was a dope boat to me.
actually, my favorite is the Shark 9000 that came in the 90s. God, that is so awesome. It's like
Yes.
a combination of the moray, the water moccasin, the shark, the whale, all combined into this phenomenal vehicle. We did it on our episode. Didn't we do it? Was it you that was in that episode with me, Shark? No, Woody. Who was it? It was
No.
it was 610. Yo,
610 probably.
610.
Yeah, you guys did your best non-produced vehicles or something like that, wasn't it? That yeah.
It was our top 10 vehicles, and the Shark 9000 is really the best vehicle, water vehicle, in my opinion.
So
that's dope.
I'm
Stu,
just going
have
to
a good
go
night,
out
bro.
on a limb. The water moccasin, the female gunner that comes with it, she's going to be called Swamp Rat.
Okay, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Okay.
There is a character
we'll
called Swamp Rat. It was in the
Is there?
2000 new sculpt era.
Yeah,
but
I was
he
gonna say,
died.
wasn't it in the 4-inch?
It was a 4-inch, new
Yeah.
sculpt era. It was a
I
guy.
do remember seeing that now. Yeah.
So I don't know if they would rename that, use that again.
Python
I can't
cop.
wait for that Arctic fucking snake eyes the one day.
Oh yeah,
This one?
The true
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that
I
one. Like
fucking
that's gonna
can't
be one of
wait.
my tops.
the Quinn. I
Can't
call that
Soft goods
Quinn-
on it. Oh, it would be amazing. I don't
Oh.
care how much it is. I'm gonna buy it, put soft goods on it. So that shit
You
will
can
be
make
dope.
this a fucking goddamn deluxe figure, and I
Yeah,
won't
that's
cry.
a true
I
deluxe right
won't
there, Hasbro.
cry when I buy it. All right.
You would have it with the sleigh with like 6 timbers or
Oh,
something.
gee, no, that's too much. I feel you on that. That would be dope. Maybe as an exclusive though.
Yeah. Well, Super
And
7
then-
did it. Super 7 did.
Instead, we got
React.
him on a reused ferret.
Right. Ferret with no motor.
That Snake Eyes ain't that bad though. The figure, it's not bad. It's kind of plain, but it's kind of cool too.
Well, it was issue
But the
2.
vehicle,
I mean,
Yeah, issue 2. Yeah.
issue 2. So they were OD Green Joes all the way, you know. So
And they had Quinn in that storyline, which is a really good
Yes.
story.
and Quinn fucking put him to task too. Like
He did,
they
yeah.
they didn't know what the hell to do with him. But yeah, we had Major Blood up in here. One of my absolute favorites,
Sebastian
without
Blood.
a doubt.
The problem
What
with
do
him is he keeps getting slapped. He's done it in the comics. He's done it in cartoons. He's done it
Right.
4 or 5 times. They've slapped him down, and I feel bad because he is a badass character.
Yeah, they killed him in Resolute. So I mean, but my favorite Major Blood moment is in one of the earlier comics. He's locked up. The Baroness comes up to his cell door and she's like, "I have a favor to ask." And before he says anything else, he's like, "Who do you want me to kill?"
Well, that's why you go to Major Blood.
Yeah,
Right.
He's a mercenary. Yeah.
He was always cool. I got him for free. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was in the good old days.
Woody was gifted one of these by Hasbro themselves.
Yeah, they used to come to my school, Dave. I think I told you that.
Yeah, I won a contest to get the classified version of him. I found one at I was lucky enough to find one at Target, and actually, they were allocating them at Target, so I got one in the allocation. But then I won a contest from the Full Force, and Chris McLeod sent me one, so I ended up with 2.
Oh no shit!
Oh damn!
Yeah,
I had the Real Grievance sent me one, and I
Nice.
couldn't thank him enough. That was just
Yeah, I had a few of them. I
out of
blessed
nowhere.
a few people with some Major Bloods out in the community.
Yeah, because he's a hard one to get. That classified version is not easy to get.
I think I blessed Triple Dave. I think
Triple
maybe.
Dave? Wow, I like
Triple
that.
D.
He's one more Dave than you. Sorry.
Right.
Super Dave.
Super Dave and Triple Dave that's there.
And then Woody had the
Oh,
Good Doctor.
The
you
good
like
doctor.
you like the S&M doctor? Okay.
Yeah, it says a lot.
Master
No, I
of
hear
mind
you.
control. That's something everybody forgets, you know. Fucking
Yeah, no, I liked how he was
dentist.
involved in all the DNA shit and all. That was pretty cool to me
He's
on
a
the cartoon.
dentist. He's a dentist that experimented on himself to try and improve his intellect, right?
Yep.
And then he totally blows his mind, and he
Yep.
becomes a mad scientist.
I
Is
thought
that
it was
the
like Dr.
craziest
Giggles.
origin?
Right. I did like how on his file card it was 3 sections talking about him instead of just going through, you know, specialties and all that stuff.
Mhm. No, he was a cool character. Like I said, he was heavy in the cartoon. He was involved in a lot of episodes. So that's your only exposure. You
Do you like?
see certain people.
You like that his suspenders are like attached to his nipples?
I always thought that must have been cold because that's metal. That must have been cold for him. And the cameo cod piece, but you know, I don't. Hey, you like what you like.
Yep. And then Woody rounded it out with a frag bite.
Yeah, got it.
Frag Viper. Wow.
I loved this figure when I was a kid. Like I said,
Hey.
89 was like my favorite year to be a Joe fan.
Dude,
I got blessed
when
with
the
so
file
much shit.
cards went gray like this, it was a great time to be into
They
Joe.
really, they really did this character up for classified. I love this like zombified look that they gave. If I can get the helmet off, hold on. The zombified look.
Yeah.
Look at this friggin' face they gave this guy. He
Yeah, that's
is
dope.
like a maniac underneath that. What a wild face.
One of my favorite army builders.
Yeah. Wow.
I got at
Genetic
least 50 of them. I know.
All that
Yeah,
Dr. Mindbender experimentation on this.
I had to move them to a shelf. That's how I know I got 50 of them.
When I got the Fring Viper from 3-star, I was like, damn, I tripped. I need to go back and get this guy for sure. But again, look at that picture, dude. How
That's a nice
fucking cool is
lineup.
that?
I like it.
Thanks, Bobby. That's dope. Yeah.
Great. Bobby fucking
He's had the blue oyster.
that blue oyster bar.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, man, I like Mindbender. Leave me be.
Hey, what's your trip, man?
There's no Mindbender in there. I just noticed. Oh, this is
No
yours.
shit, you're right. God.
No, they mixed. Yeah, they mixed the guys up a little bit. I think you gave it to him in the wrong order.
I might have, yeah.
Because Frag Viper was mine. Copperhead was yours, no?
No.
Okay, Major Blood was yours,
mine.
definitely. And Destro was mine.
I got it written down here somewhere. Yeah, you had IG Destro, Copperhead, Major Blood, Mindbender, and the Frag Viper. And I had Hooded Cobra Commander, Destro, Zanzibar, Firefly, and Major Blood.
Okay.
And then I went out on a limb and I did the Twins with the Crimson Guard, Scrap Iron, and Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
Ooh, for me?
Go back how many Lego? I would have to say, I don't know truly right now, but it'd probably be upwards of 170 with all of them.
I have 5.
And that's just counting 37s, what, 22s, and there's the first 3. That's just counting them. I don't count the retro card blue shirts as part of them.
Oh, shit.
So I probably got 30 of them too.
Jesus, dude.
But I love the number
Awesome.
37. You know, that's my shit. I love 37. Cobra Officer is dope.
Storm Shadow.
Primary military specialty, assassin. You don't have to read anymore. It's good.
That's my favorite version.
Yeah, he's dope.
I love this version.
This Storm Shadow, I went back and forth. He was a Cobra. He was a Joe. He was
a
whatever
Joe for
he needed
me.
to be. Yeah,
Yeah, he was a Joe for me too, but
Such
he
a
was
great
mine.
figure.
He was
'Cause
mine.
I didn't have the first one. This was
Okay.
my Storm Shadow.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this
then.
is
Because
just
the first
best
one was what, 84?
83.
80, yeah, so I was 4. So I'm not
Yeah.
playing with Joes at that point.
But this is the coolest one. But he was mind wiped in the comics several times, and they had to try to break him out of it with this. But I don't particularly like the classified version of this that much because they added too much red, and he looked more like a samurai too much to me. I don't know.
I had one. I cut all the pieces off the belt, and it looked a lot better.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I cut the pieces
think
off
I
and
just-
re-glued the fucking scabbard, and it looks a lot better.
I turned my belt around, I think.
The hood was a little small too, I think.
Yeah, that was the big problem.
Mm-hmm.
If they'd put a soft good fucking cowl on it, could have been amazing. But they did such a great job on this OG Storm Shadow.
Yeah, this is dope.
Classified. Fuck.
Classified, yeah.
There's been a lot of Storm Shadows in Classified, actually. I think there's 6 Storm Shadows.
Yeah, we got
The Arctic one is junk.
Arctic Ninja Force Storm Shadow.
Then there's movie Storm Shadow.
Yep.
Some guy's movie.
Underrated figure right there.
It is underrated.
It was
He's a
Ollie's,
great
but it was
group member.
underrated. Him and that Snake Eyes were pretty good.
Yeah, they were.
I
you're right.
only, I never found that Snake Eyes in a store. Fucking obviously.
I had to buy at least like 10 of them at one point, 10 of each, because that was when Ollie's had shit around here.
Well,
I was getting Stalker Bucks and fucking Zoranas for 5 at a clip.
But the thing about that is I think they held the Snake Eyes back from going to Ollie's because they used it for the
well, no, I found the whole wave there, but yeah, the Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadow were the least there. But yeah, there was a lot of Scarlets and Akikos.
Akiko is
Baroness.
back at Ross.
Yeah, I seen
Again.
that. Like she just
Again.
keeps finding out cracks from the warehouse, and then they throw like
Jesus
10 of them out.
Christ. The rats didn't eat them all.
Remember
Yeah.
they did the thing where you could like have your head sculpted and stuff like that?
No, I missed it, and they fucking got rid of it. I would do it if they came back.
Yeah, but they use
I've
that
seen
snake
a lot
eyes.
of them. They're
That's
not.
the stuff they use.
Yeah. A lot of them didn't look good, but some of them look spot on. It all depends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's much better to go to
Go
custom
to a
guy, I
con
would
and have
think.
one of those guys scan your head.
Like
That's
Lonzo
what
and
you
shit
wanna
like
do.
that, Mikey type shit. Like they're trying to tap into a market that they don't really belong in, like a custom market. You make mass produced shit. Worry about that. You know?
Scrap Iron
Yeah.
is one of my favorite 84 characters because when I saw this guy and all the cool stuff he came with, he just jumped off that peg hook into my hands. I'm like, holy cow, look at this guy.
No,
And
he did
he's-
come with a lot,
he's
which was
still
the best
full
part.
price at fucking GameStop. Don't think.
Yeah, he's still out there at GameStops near you. I don't have
Full
any left,
price.
but
But he's one of the characters that it took them a long time to get him into Sunbow. He didn't appear until Arise Serpentor Arise,
Right.
and he had that really raspy voice, like
Yep.
yes, Cobra Commander, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
all about the money too. You
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah. He would just flip flop like you wouldn't believe, like he was a halibut right out of the ocean.
My son got a Hasbro Pulse selfie Spider-Man with his likeness on it. Does it look good?
Now this is
Stop there.
the
I need
Crimson
more
Twins.
info.
The Crimson
hey, if you
Twins.
can hear me, I'll be back in a sec. I gotta take this.
All right,
The
just drop
Crimson-
out and come back.
The Crimson Twins is not my number one G.I. Joe figures of all time because of my twin background and stuff like that.
Right, that's awesome.
And they're just a really cool characters in their own right. They don't take any crap from anybody. Extensive
Right.
enterprises. They're acrobats. They talk. They finish each other's sentences. They're like assassins.
The whole Corsican thing.
Yeah, the whole
fucking-
Corsican thing.
I
They're
love it.
psychic. They have so much stuff going for them. They're like one of the best creations ever. Oh man, trying to get
And the
this
best
two-pack-
packaging ever.
Oh my
This-
god!
When
if
I never saw this at a regular store where I got Joe's. We
I
were at
did.
the mall and I saw it at Spencer's of
Oh,
all places.
Well,
Back
I
when
had it. And
Spencer's was
I wish I could have another one mint on card like this. But they go for upwards of $1,000.
yeah, fuck for real. It's crazy, right?
Yep. And they're my number one favorite characters of all time, and I have every version of them and stuff like that. I'll never probably be able to get a mint carded version because I just don't have the money, unless I hit the lotto or something.
There's always the lottery, brother. We always got the lottery. I'm not going to tell anybody, but there'll be signs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even the back of it, you know, such a great card, great figures.
And the Super 7 did this version of them. Which
Yeah,
I
and the
think was
business suits.
so really cool.
That's a great $40 spent right there, brother.
Oh yeah, I ended up getting through
Nice, dude. Nice.
because I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna miss out on that," you know.
Not in the Hammer run, but I don't know if they ever got in any of the comics. Do you know, Dave?
No, they were already cut in the comics. They already had their scar in the
Right.
comics. The first appearance is number 37. It's one of the ones that they did the animated comic book ad for, where they were on the roller coaster and the dragonflies coming down and they're on the ferret.
Yep.
But no, they had the scars already before they came out. I hope we get another classified set. I know the Crimson set did not sell that well, even though I love it. I think it's fantastic, the Crimson set with Baroness, but it didn't sell that well. And so I'm hoping they'll do another set of these guys as a retro carded package 2-pack. The first ever 2-pack with the two of them
K-Mag.
suits.
What up? Yeah, this kid trying to get slick over here because I'm in charge, thinking I'm a dummy over here. Hilarious. Oh, I'm at this one. I'm gonna be at the park and then pick me up over here. All this shit. Hilarious.
I'm on my way right now.
Almost. We're almost done here.
Yep. We got right at 15 minutes talking about this, and
She's
5
chilling with a
minutes to wrap
dude.
up.
They're with a boy right now, so you know my eyes is
Oh
is
shit!
right there.
These Crimson Guard.
I don't know why
I
you
mean,
guys put yourself through all that trouble of having children. Nothing but hardship.
I got tricked into it.
Yeah, me too. Twice.
They tripped you into it.
Yep.
Whoop, whoop.
I slipped, tripped, and landed in it, and 9 months later, a fucking
Fell
kid came
right
out.
in it. Did not come out. Well, yeah, no, never mind.
But I like being a girl dad better than a son dad. I wouldn't know the experience, but I like daughters, man.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I was
trick
raised
my-
by women, so it makes sense. There was
Oh, you
no
understand.
positive. G.I. Joe was my positive male role model.
Mine too. Mine too.
I'll say that with pride. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love G.I. Joe so much. It was there.
Yeah, yeah.
This Crimson Guard Immortal, I remember my junior year of high school.
Nice.
This figure was at the grocery store, and I snagged it up off the rack because I was with my buddy Tim, and I could see the look on his face. He was like, "You motherfucker."
Ah,
And I let him have it. I was like, I'll find another one. I never saw another one at any store again. I was just like, Toy Gods got me. Motherfucker.
this is my favorite, my friend's favorite figure of all time is the Crimson Guard Immortal. And he cosplays as a member of
no
Was this
shit.
what, 91 or 92?
93, I think.
93. Oh, okay.
92, 93. It was
mean,
late.
Yeah, I
honestly,
remember seeing him when I was
92
still
was it
buying
was-
turtles and shit. I remember seeing this guy.
But it's a cool one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think we'll get it at some point.
Of course. Yeah, and War Chest, that was a miss on their part. They made it the same color as the figure that nobody can get a lot of. And they know
Right.
people love the Crimson Guard, but it doesn't match. So I had to keep it low on them.
Firefly is one of the coolest characters.
Oh, yeah.
One of my
I love
absolute
The phone,
favorites.
just the phone. That's all I got to say. The phone was just dope.
The $400 phone.
I love version 2 of Firefly.
Mm.
Is my favorite version because of
This
something.
is one of my favorite images of off box art. The Firefly in the fucking Night Landing. I love that.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Yeah, I love the
familiar
Night
with Fire-
Landing.
Are you guys?
I love
familiar with-
how it's the motor and he's up front with a gun and an oar, but the motor's going full blast on that guy. Just
Are you guys familiar with Firefly's origin?
the Silent Master origin.
Yes, yes,
This one,
yes, yes.
one that came with the dreidel.
A
Yeah.
dreidel, yeah. They were kind of kooky then.
He was the faceless master, and
Yes.
I used to call him the blurred master because in that photo in the origin of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow on the wall and stuff like that, you see this guy and his face is all blurred, and it's because he moved
Right.
his face. That actually wouldn't work in real life, but I love the imagination of it. And then it turned out that he was part of the Arashikage as a separate faction that was added to the Arashikage, and he was there during that whole thing. And so I love that about Firefly, that he turned out to be part of that Arashikage stuff, and that made him even more bad.
Yes,
you
he
know
did.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess while we're like Xandar was my absolute favorite. I loved how they explained him on his file card, how he's just nobody remembers him, all that fucking. He's sitting on a couch, nobody fucking remembers him.
Yeah,
all
he's a
that.
forgettable face. That was his chameleon, right?
Yep.
I love Xandar. He's my favorite Dreadnought, and all for the same reasons that you love him, that he was underrated and nobody really appreciated him. And I felt like that. And I was like, yeah, no one listens to me. I talked so much and people still don't listen to me, but whatever.
I liked Naugahyde the best, but
So
he was more in my generation.
God, he was such a whiny character in Deke, though.
He was just terrible.
He just wanted some ass. He was doing typical man shit, just taking orders he shouldn't have.
But
Yeah.
next week is our year anniversary of the show, but
Wow.
we also have homework for next week. We did our command squad. Who is your squad?
Squad.
the
Okay.
guys
How many
that-
we doing?
5.
Pause.
We'll just do 5. Like
Five. Okay. So
you
6.
don't need specialists. There's going to be a mission coming up. Just give you a heads up, but there'll be a specialist along the way to, where you need a specialist.
Okay.
But yeah, who are your main 5 go-to action figures that,
You covered
pick-
most of mine in this video here. Almost
Yeah.
all
Right.
my favorite
Yeah.
characters are in this video.
but they're there's always the command squad, but
It's the
in
same
here,
but
you take
different.
one
We
of
get to talk about Joe's. That's what's dope.
I just-
There was
I
only
love
one
it.
leader. There was
love it.
only one leader that I would have
Yeah.
included in my leadership that you guys didn't include in this because it's a bit of a niche leader, and that's Cesspool.
Cesspool.
geez,
Very
yeah.
nice. Very nice. I like it.
Another one classified is probably going to kill, I would assume.
I hope Lenny got
Hopefully
to him.
I hope Lenny got to him first.
Yeah.
There's the Cobra Commander. And okay, so we got a few minutes left. What are your guys' thoughts on Lenny leaving Joe? I mean, we kind of skirted around it.
Yeah.
But
I'm very sad.
Yeah, I think it's a sad day for Joe's. I mean, some people didn't like the dude, but I think he was cool, man.
I never had any problems with him. I
No.
thought he was a great promoter of the line because his
Yeah.
passion showed
He
through.
was a great
Like, he was-
ambassador for the brand,
Yeah.
and he spoke very fondly of the fans in most respects, and he was wanting to do as much as he could.
yes,
for
it
the fans.
is.
He was a fan too. He was just
Yeah.
everybody's a different type of fan, and nobody can everybody wants him to be like them, and that's not what
Mhm.
G.I. Joe's about, man.
No.
It's literally in the fucking message of the shit.
Yeah.
Let everybody have their own identity and do what they want to do and come together.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's
You
and
can still have different beliefs and fucking come together.
and he works for a company, and they have to try to appeal to everybody. And I would want that. I want them to
Lenny
appeal to
wasn't-
everybody, not just to me.
Right. Lenny didn't pick these figures out. Lenny wasn't like, all right, we're going to do Zanzibar next.
Well, no, he designed
No,
them all, and then he
it
gave them to
comes
a guy
down
in a
to price.
suit, and then the
And they
suit
gotta
told him
figure
who
it
to
out.
make. Yeah,
Well, it was all done through
Woo!
line plans, budgetary meetings, and things.
Yeah.
I've talked to Kurt Bazziga, and the way they did stuff back then is similar to the way they do it now. You have to do it on how they can get the line a whole year's worth of stuff, like reuse of new.
exactly. If you
like-
think he had any say in the finalization of figures, you're I hate to say, you're crazy. He did not pick anything. He was told what to do. He's a I get orders guy, but he's the face.
Yeah, he's the face.
Yeah, he's the face.
And they
That's
never
all
taught
it
that
is.
stuff. When he went to art school, and engineering school,
Mm-hmm.
and art design school, they didn't teach you, hey, you're going to be a spokesperson now.
Mhm.
And you're going to get out there. In
Well,
front of
the
millions of
age
people.
evolved. Now you're into the
Oh, yeah.
social media age. You need a face out there, and
Right.
he's fucking he's taking all the fucking shots, man.
He is,
Unfortunately,
he is. And
I
he
feel
had-
I didn't feel sorry for him, but he knew what he was getting into. But that's
Yeah.
part of the job. You know what I'm saying?
He had big, broad shoulders, and he
Yeah. I
handled
mean, he
it.
could take it. Hopefully, I never really saw him fucking go Hasselhoff or nothing. So I don't.
I
I don't have
gotta
social.
say, when he pulled out the crown thing, I thought he was gonna get kicked out then, because if it was an actual live stream when he was, it didn't look good. It's all I'm
What?
saying.
I didn't notice that.
He was taking it out of his pocket. He was in his pocket.
He took it
Oh,
out
he
of
had
his
it in his
pocket.
po-
but he's
oh,
like,
yeah, and he went-
he's like this when he's doing this at the same time.
So you
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
a cock ring or something?
Got on same time toys. No, I think it's overall a hurt. It's a loss overall. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Not to say
definitely.
there's somebody not as passionate as him or has more, but
I think that's the question.
we're gonna.
It's who-
I hope they get somebody good, because if not, the line's gonna kind of probably
there's a
struggle
rumor.
and whittle away.
There's a rumor that Dwight might be taking that. I hope not. I don't particularly care for Dwight.
I thought he was a Marvel guy, or is
As
he?
long as we
He's a
don't
Marvel
get the
guy.
guy that put the fucking Cyclops mask on, if you just stay away from Joe, I'll be
British
okay.
guy, that British guy. Yeah, he was
Yeah, he's,
I love that guy. Don't
He's
get me
on
wrong.
a
That guy's
fucking
great. But
scale of 12 right there, out in the 10 scale. He's a
he had a
12.
sense of humor about him. Yeah,
woo,
He got some energy, boy.
he was dialed up.
Yeah,
boy.
he broke some shit live on air. That's how much energy he got, man.
definitely. Yeah. That's the
thing
number one
is-
thing is what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know,
Yeah,
is
but he
this-
knew those are 3D models. Those aren't the real figures they show. He's
But I think you hit on something though earlier, Woody, is that we know that there's an 18-month gap
Yeah.
between inception and
Mhm.
shelf. So we know we got another year and a half, at least a year, till this point next year of what Lenny's already put in the
yeah.
can.
Think about how many name releases have been out there that have been confirmed. That's a lot of figures that have been confirmed that we don't have yet.
So I don't think we're gonna have to worry about any
No.
of his hands on stuff until, like you said, I think
This ain't going to affect us till 28, I think. Then
I
we'll
think
start
even-
seeing the new regime.
Yeah, like fall. I think fall of 27 is where we start getting pre-orders for 28, and I think that's where we'll start seeing the new stuff
Yeah.
that he doesn't have a hand in. And
Yeah, I
that's
think we won't get any in hand till 28, but it'll be out there before. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll just have to wait.
Even this
fucking
next HasLab
two
is
and a
going to
half
have
years.
Lenny's fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think this Lego Star Wars kid might be Bobby Valla.
Huh?
No. I think it's him.
No, I've seen Lego.
Tony, what is
did
up,
have
brother?
a-
Thanks for
he did
making it.
have-
I hope
shit.
everything's going good at your house, man. Fucking.
Doing
doing all
Bobby
right.
Valla
Yeah, he
did
moved next to
have
my
a-
mama in North Carolina. That's where she retired. She's in North Carolina.
Nice.
So
Bobby
next time I
did-
go down there, I got to visit Savage. I was supposed to go last year, but me and my mom is going through some shit right now. We're both hard-headed. Let me just put it that way.
stubborn. Well, Massachusetts, being from Massachusetts, yeah, you're a little
that's how it
stubborn
works.
up there.
Yep. I'll be back. I just got to go with my tail between my legs, and I ain't ready yet.
Trust me,
As somebody
you only have one mom. And
No, I know.
when they're gone, they're gone. So
I
make
know.
sure you make up.
She
with
just
that.
actually went through some shit too, so
Right. Yeah, dude. Fucking trust me. Is
I know I gotta get there. My wife keeps bothering me about it because it's a situation, so
Yeah,
I definitely got to make it up. I know that.
At a certain point, it comes down to one saying, and it's all my tomorrows for one more yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You're right. I wish I had my mother back. My mother died very young. She was only 49 when she died.
Yep.
And I wish that I had her. She's been gone for, I think, almost 20. Yeah, 20 years. Actually, right now, 20 years.
We really didn't think we were ever going to lose her because, evil never dies. But, there she is. She's gone.
Yeah. No, for most of us, the mother figure is like the matriarch of the fucking whole shit. They run shit usually. I mean, I'm not saying dads don't ever step up, but
she held the entire
they
family
keep shit together. Yeah.
and-
That's their knack in humanity. They have a knack of keeping shit together. Most of them, let me put it that way.
Nobody in the family talks anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. But you know what's ridiculous is we got 57 people in the chat.
Hey, why don't we stay and listen to the music? It's totally awesome.
Yeah, let's get mellow.
Yeah, we didn't mean to get grim there, but
yeah. Gotta bring it up. And
I feel better. I talked about it a little bit, so yeah, I got to get on that. I know.
I wanted to go back to that Bobby Valla comment that was made a while ago. He did pitch a 6-inch G.I. Joe line before the classified was brought in. Daryl DePriest and Mark Webber told me about it and stuff like that. And he had some really good ideas and stuff like that. And I thought it would have probably been a really cool, but they weren't ready. Hasbro was not ready at that point, and they needed some other things like Snake Eyes and the Blackout game and other things to motivate them to bring G.I. Joe back.
No, too bad that that didn't work out because that would have been a great fucking dude to pass it on to because he was a true fan. Yeah. Like I said, just like Lenny, but they're just different types of fans, man. Everybody likes what they like, and hey, you never know. Like we said, it's not him picking the shit anyway. He's giving them options, and somebody's telling them what to fucking make.
Yeah. They're giving him. They're like, all right, what do you think?
Give us fucking 40 characters. They look at them on a fucking boardroom table, and they come back and say, "Hey, make this, get this down cheaper." Like,
that's
it ain't him.
It
ain't Emily. It ain't him. It's all market research and all that fake bullshit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Believe it.
It's not him.
Good call, Gonzo.
Appreciate that, Gonzo. That's gonna stick in the brain, bro.
Yeah, mine made it like 5 days past my birthday. It was crazy. But we're at that portion of the program. Dave, what do you got going on besides this awesome convention tomorrow?
Well, you can reach me on what it says there, the G.I. Joe New News Review. I have all kinds of different programming on my channel. We do news updates and stuff. We do classified reviews. We're going to be covering 190 coming up. You guys know who that is. We've got the
Damn.
Street Fighter Tuesdays. We got Unproduced Concept. We've got a few interviews. If you didn't see my interview, R.A. Rain, the author of the G.I. Joe Protocol novel, came out earlier this week. I do interviews with different luminaries in the G.I. Joe community, product, and stuff like that. So I have lots of stuff going on. Check out my channel, the G.I. Joe New News Review channel.
If you guys are sub to Dave,
exactly, get over there, please.
Get on it. I'll
great content over there. For
I don't know if I have Dave's contact in the description, but I'll change that if it's not there. It will be there. But yeah, damn,
fucking Dan.
Right? What do you got going on, Woody? Anything?
I did film a little like 4-minute video today. It's like a Big City, the basement quickie or some shit, pause. But I did a Iron Grenadier custom, 2 custom, so I'm gonna show off my latest custom. And then after that, I already started working on IG snake armor.
Ooh,
I already took one all apart, and I'm starting to tape it off right now. So, on my time though. So appreciate that, Virgo.
Virgo killing it. There it is.
Appreciate
guys.
that
In the chat. Fucking Virgo, you're the shit. Thank you so much for being our newest.
You're the shit with the flies.
I would like to meet a lot of you guys at Joe Fest and at the Senflo Joe show. I look forward to it, so I can thank you for the support, shake your hands, get photos with you and stuff. I saw
you met 6'10", and that was cool.
Huge. The guys are giant. Oh my god.
No, you saw him as Flint. I mean, his legs are extendo legs.
Oh my god, right? It's like that fucking Mr. Fantastic figure back in the day.
Yeah, he's Mr. Fantastic.
I've met his sons as well, and they were very tall fellas as well, and they're twins. So I had a really good time meeting them. I look forward to seeing them again in the future.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm a twin. You're a twin, Dave. 6'10" got twins. Like, that's dope.
So this should be a Crimson Twins channel. We need to change it. The Smokin Twins.
My sister's in North Carolina, though, so the connections kind of fall apart.
Thank you, Virgo. Thank you. You don't have to thank us. But so I have check it out Monday at 7. Dave, sorry about that. But it's gonna be House Hendo, Snape, and myself. We're going to talk Kickstarters, collecting third-party lines, and of course we're going to go over just the coolest statues I could find this week because it's my turn to do the show. And there it is.
He's lying to me.
Right? I'm sure I'm going to have some kind of content coming out because I am going to the Senflo Joe show this weekend tomorrow. I'm stoked. What are you not getting your money back? No.
No, man, have fun. Have fun.
No, I'm going to send Mr. LaCroix a message as soon as we get done here, and I will get on that.
Yeah,
and one more thing real quick. Do you mind?
Absolutely.
I also have Toy Talk Live on Sunday afternoons at 2 o'clock. We're going to do a live video from the Senflo Joe show.
Oh, nice.
On Toy Talk Live to show everybody.
Nice. Awesome.
I like the sounds of that. Oh, yeah, Woody.
Hey, what's the racket? Okay, get crazy.
This is tree sap. However, it's not your ordinary garden variety tree sap. This is from the Chul Mugra tree. It's native to Southeast Asia. Refined and taken in small doses, it's a natural sedative, but too much reduces its victim to a near zombie state.
Sounds like Cobra's working on some sort of mass mind control scheme.
Deep Six to headquarters.
Flint here.
I spotted something weird, an island that's not on the map.
Impossible. The entire Earth's been mapped.
Well, something's wrong. Either my eyes or their map. Uh-oh. I got company. Cobra Rattler.
We'll be out there with Sky Strikers before you can say
Roger and out.
Somebody's watching us on TV.
Yeah? Well, the show's over.
We lost them.
See you at the Senflo Joe.